Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. In the last part, we did stuff, and now we're actually back in Oracle of Ages, because you might recall at the end of the last part, I mentioned I said we were going to go after what those secrets did. Because as you've probably noticed by now, certain NPCs have given us 5-digit secrets throughout the entire game. So it's about time we turn those in. The first one we got, well, the first one I'm doing at least, is from that Subrosion we saw last part that told us to tell something to Mayor Plen. But first I got this ring, because I forgot to get that during the Let's Play. You just talk to them, they give you the typing screen, then you can edit it, then you can tell them the secret. And they always give you a reward for doing so. Plen gives you a ring that turns out to be the Spin Ring, which doubles your spin attack. So you spin once, then you spin again. It's essentially the early version of the Great Spin Attack from later games. Next up, Mamamoo Yan's mother wanted us to tell her something, so let's do that. The only reason I'm editing past the secrets is because it saves time overall. But before she gives us a reward, she wants to ask us to do something for her. Her dog is lost throughout the village. It randomly spawns on one of the screens. However, one thing I recommend you do is save before you even attempt this secret, because there is a glitch that can happen where the dog doesn't appear at all, and you're screwed. But upon catching the dog with a power bracelet, you can teleport back here, and she gives you another ring. That one turns out to be the snowshoe ring, which allows you to not slip on ice. Next up, back at Tingle, we got a secret for him from a fairy down near the snake's remains. Let's give that to him. And for doing that, he's going to make us carry more seeds again. So now, our seed satchel is expanded to its highest equivalent, so now we can hold 99 of any seed type. And he's also the first person to give us a secret to take back to Holodrum. Write that down, and I'll get to that later in the part. Next up, on this top left screen in the fairy's woods, this fairy has something we want to tell him. This is the secret from that girl at the beginning in Holodrum's in Horon City, and for doing that, we get another heart container. Notice how the rupee count got pushed over a little bit because of that, as did the items. So yeah, with the combined extra heart container you get from a linked game and this is how you get 16 heart containers, rather than just 14. And write down that secret before, and now we're back in Symmetry City in the past. You can talk to either of these girls to tell them this secret. Let's write that down. And for doing that, she'll increase the number of rings we can carry. This gives us the level 3 ring box, which allows us to hold 5 rings. And she'll give us a secret to carry that back over to Horon. Or Holodrum. Next up, back at Target Carts, this is Dr. Troy, who the guy down by the phonograph man told us to tell something to, so let's get on that. He'll give us a reward, but not for free. We have to get a perfect score here at Target Carts, which is a lot harder than it was the first time back when we were here in Ages. You need to get all 12 shots perfectly. And you actually do need to talk to him after beating it. He doesn't give it to you automatically. So let's do this! Yeah. The patterns are set, and I think for this specific one there are 2 or 3 set ones, but like I said, you can't miss a single one. It's not that hard, but if you didn't really use the seed shooter much, you're gonna fail, like I just did. So after I beat it, I first off got myself a free Gasha seed, which is useless to me, because I already got that heart piece. And in talking to Dr. Troy, he's going to give us a unique item, the Bomb Chew. We'll see what this does later on. And he's going to give us the secret to carry that over to Holodrum. I skipped past it, but I did memorize it off screen. And back at the King Zora, we have a secret for him from Azora back in the Hero's Cave. And this is honestly the one you should get no matter what. He's going to take our sword for a moment, so he'll sharpen it. And for doing that, we get the legendary Master Sword. It does make appearance in this game. And it's going to give us the secret to carry that over to Holodrum. And I'm basically done now, but I did want to go appraise those rings and get the secret to carry them over to Holodrum. First off, we got the Green Luck Ring, which halves damage from traps in general. The Spin Ring, which doubles your spin attack. And the Snowshoe Ring, which makes you not slip on ice. So now we're actually going to head back to the Maku tree over in Holodrum who's gotten huge thanks to the essences, and head inside. Now, I want to talk to her over there really quick, but I do want to head up here because, like in Ages, there is a Gasha seed you can get. Now, the lady here in the Maker Tree, I mentioned her back in Ages. She is Farore. She's the Oracle of Secrets. She's the Oracle that the third game that never happened would have had. And we can tell her the secrets we got from Ages in order to get the rewards over here. So let's get on that. First off, let's get that heart container. That book there, as I'll show off momentarily, records all the secrets you find not only in Seasons, but also in Ages that I believe you transfer over. Note, if you're playing Seasons first and Ages second, where the passwords are completely different. So yeah, here they are. There's a total of 10 in the game, and I already have 7, so that's pretty good. Next up, let's get the Seed Satchel, I believe. Now, the way these upgrades you get from passwords work is that they don't upgrade them to the one you got in Ages, they upgrade them one level, so now I can carry 50 of every seed. Next up, let's get that ring box, I think? Yep. So now we can hold 3 rings. Next up should be the sword. No, it's not. It's the bomb shoe. Now, the way bomb shoes work, as I shall pick them up momentarily, is that they're actually a separate bomb type entirely that you can only get during a linked game. You select them with whatever button you want them on, and then you release them. They'll travel forward for a bit, going over certain things like blocks, and then they'll explode. Very situational. In fact, I think if you play Season 2nd, they're almost entirely useless. Now, let's get that sword. And like with the Seed Satchel and Ring Box, this will just make it the Noble Sword, not the Master Sword. We'll get that later on. There are only 3 secrets left in the game, and we're not going to get those for a while. And back at Vasu's, I got the 2 rings I wanted to fill my thing with. I got the Charge Ring to speed up my charge, and the Snowshoe Ring. I'm still going to stick with the Blue Ring for the most part, but that's just because I like the defense. And you might remember, we got the Members Card a couple parts back, so now we can come into the shop and use those. And down here in the Secret Shop, there's 2 things to note. First off, the next Seed Satchel upgrade, so now I'm already having 99 out of every seed type. And there's a Gasha seed here, but I'm not here for that. I'm also here for this map. You don't need this yet. In fact, I don't think you need this until Dungeon 6, but I'm getting it now anyway. So now there are 4 sparkles on the world map that I'll get later on. You can't get some of them until later on, actually. And now, finally, back to plot stuff here in Sunken City. We want to swim up these waterfalls because, well, that's where progression is. Because while swimming on Dimitri is nice, we need another method of swimming just in case he can't show up. Also, there's a Gasha Soul spot right here which I shall plant something in. I think you can swim up the left first, but I'm going into the right so I can at least show you what we're supposed to do. First off, we got 50 rupees, which is always nice. And over here, this is the Master Diver. He wants us to open all 4 eyes in the next cave over in one swoop, so let's head on over there to do that. Though, mind you, those who saw my Minish Cap Let's Play will recognize this kind of puzzle. What we have to do here is move these 4 statues into a way so that our spin attack can hit all 4 at once. There are multiple solutions to this, I believe, but this is the one I always go with. Just push them into a 3x3 grid and do a basic spin. And those stairs will appear. But we can't swim quite yet, so what we actually have to do is jump over to there, which makes all sorts of physical sense, because jumping on stairs is not safe. And for doing that, we get the Master's Plaque. So let's take that back to him. And for doing that, we pass his test and get the flippers, so now Link can swim on his own. Per se to swim and beat a dive underwater, they're not that useful in this game as they were in Ages, but they'll do, I suppose. Next up, down on this screen in Sunken City, we want to head into this cave now that we have the flippers. You can't get in here with Dimitri at all. And there's a chest which contains a Gasha seed. Hey, Ambi! Yeah, where she is, you can only get up to when it's winter in this place, but that shop up there is Syrup's place, where you can buy the magic potion, a gacha seed, I believe, and something else. Now I want to head into here and get into this treasure chest. If you're playing Seasons First, this has a gacha seed in it, but if we're playing Season Second... I've got you! I'm Fire, Onox's loyal henchman. Onox has ordered me to stop you, so I moved the pyramid stone high onto this cliff. Get it if you can. By the way, these falls flow from Sunken City. If you can't swim, you can't get down here. Okay, so guess we're heading back into there. This pyramid stone is one of the 4 things that map we got at the the secret shop gives us. I only did this now because it was right here, honestly. And now we're back here because we need to go after King Moblin now. Like I mentioned, well, actually, no, I should go into more detail. That pyramid stone. There are 4 stones like it in the game, one of each of a different shape. However, if you're playing Seasons First, they're all in a different location than if you played Second. Like I said, that's a gacha seed, not the pyramid stone chest if you go there first. Or if you play Seasons First. Anyway, with Dimitri, we can get over to this screen, which we want to because it gets us something very good. This is the King Moblin's fortress, which has weird chain chomp cannons. And once we head up here, we see a very familiar sprite. His fortress from ages. Yeah, they lazily reused that one, I'm not even gonna lie. But now his Moblin servants fall before us in one fell swoop. And it's time for us to go up against him. Get your power bracelet out like last time. So, the pesky kid has come. I won't let you stand up to me anymore. This time, victory will be mine. Like in Ages, what you have to do is throw his bombs back at him, though their timer is quite a bit faster this time. It takes 6 hits to get him into his pinch mode, so it's not that hard, but it is kind of time-consuming. You can't beat me this way! I cannot be defeated as long as I don't drop my bomb behind me and start a fire! Well, thanks for giving us what we have to do. From here on out, now it's just a matter of time before you time it correctly. You just have to hit him with one of his own bombs when he's holding another. And doing so will send his bombs flying backwards. Right now. How we survive this, I don't know, though. How can this... Sorry, my throat kind of weirded out there. I shall get my revenge! More importantly, this chest has heart piece number 7. And that's the only reason you do this. This is entirely optional. Unlike Ages, where facing against him was, in fact, mandatory. But now, back in Sunken City, there's a house that's now populated for doing that. In specific, the house on the bottom right screen of the town. And who's in it? Well, King Moblin and his 2 goons. They're here trying to make bombs since they're having really crappy lives. However, one thing you can do that I love, it's really mean, but you can set those bombs in the bottom right on fire with either another bomb or an ember seed. And leave the place as soon as possible, because then the whole place explodes. They escape, and once you leave the town, they'll be back, and come back in, they'll be back. You can only do that 3 times, though, before they start to murder you, because then they'll lock you in the house and watch you explode with it. However, for doing that once, you can get a secret over here, back where the fortress was, that he wants us to take to the Tokes over in Labrina. We'll find out what this does later on, because I'm going to wait until I get the next secret before I go back to Ages again, which is right before the next dungeon anyway, so yeah. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in Part 9 we'll be continuing on towards the next dungeon. See you guys then.